I walked behind Tay on the way out and was like, before that last drive, I forget what I said to him, but I was like, let's go snatch these guys. Let's go snatch this one back, man. Let's go.
Rams now need a touchdown. No other path to the divisional round.
Yeah, I think he said, let's go snatch these guys' hearts. And that was pretty cold.
Out of the shotgun, Stafford. Oh, reach and grab at the pylon. Parkinson hauls it in. Oh, man.
And the Rams earn the rights to play in the divisional round.
Because I thought that was like one of the most gangster things you could say in that moment, honestly. And to hear him say that and the look on his face, MVP stuff.
It is time to feel good with Geico. It was a little questionable how good Matt Stafford and the Rams are feeling heading into the fourth quarter against the Panthers. The Rams double-digit favorites. The Panthers proved they belong. 4 lead changes in the fourth quarter, but Stafford and the crew, they pulled out the W. His 42nd fourth quarter comeback. That is the fourth most all-time by a quarterback in history. Nate Burleson joining us. I don't know, though. Do they give your outfits enough shout-out?
Well,
because look at the inside of
Beautiful.
this suit.
Interior.
Interior.
It's the playoffs, baby.
Pocket square.
Hey, can you do one thing for me? Can you just go like this, though? Because I see that.
Hey, you know what?
No, don't worry.
You know what that tells you? You can't hide money.
You can't hide. You thought he was trying to. Sleeve, it can't cover.
Try as you must.
Yeah.
All right, since you are the best looking right now, the best dressed, I will say.
These guys are handsome.
Give us your biggest takeaways from that game last night. It was very interesting.
All right, listen, speaking of you can't hide money, Matt Stafford has made a ton of it, but he's well worth it. Let's just start right here. I just feel like it's about time that we start mentioning Matt Stafford as one of the best passers, not just of his era, but of all time. Listen, that game-winning throw, you cannot get any better coverage than that without it being a PI. But the ball placement, great defense is only beat by an even better throw. And Matt Stafford put that exactly where it needed to be. Now, I know he didn't play perfect, but I'm just saying when it's time to make the perfect throw, he does. And that's why you can never count out Matt Stafford. They had a lot going against him, going on the road, playing against the Panthers in their home stadium. They already lost to these guys previously. And for what it's worth, Bryce Young in that offense had a moment where they controlled the momentum. And then all of a sudden, Matt said, we're going to snatch their hearts. And I got to give him a shout out because I heard that before in the huddle in Detroit with Matt Stafford. That might be his new nickname, the Heart Snatcher.
Wow. I mean, and he's been doing it for so long, and you bring up Detroit. I just remember watching him with wide eyes as a young kid, watching this guy show off with his arm talent. And for you to say, we got to start thinking of him in that upper echelon, I mean, I'm in agreement with you. The guy's unbelievable. And what he's able to do with his eyes.
Oh,
but also
no-look passes in the playoffs?
It's disgusting.
Traffic?
It's gross. It's like Magic Johnson, like going down the
It's showtime.
And Puka Nacua.
Let's talk about
you can't do the things that you want to do offensively if you don't have guys that are committed to physicality, committed to making the catch and understanding that you're going to get hit by 3 or 4 guys.
Yeah.
The way that he's involved and gets eyes of defenders off of other players for the Rams is awesome. And, the physicality is a prerequisite. You cannot play in Sean McVay's offense if you're not a tough SOB, and they've got a couple of those guys there. And Matt Stafford is just the icing on the cake that makes everything so much better.
I think it was a telling moment, right? Was it second quarter, end of half, Puka Nacua drops that ball. His head is down.
McVay came up to him.
The head coach comes over there. Everybody get out the way. I got him.
Ooh.
My dude, I got you. Just think about the confidence that gives you as a player and as a team when you're watching your head coach go there and say, it's all good. We got it. I'm going to throw that ball to you again. You'll get another opportunity. And I think that's what the Rams have. And let's make this group really special with Matthew Stafford. He's a lot older, playing his best. I think the MVP of the National Football League. This team has something about them. Now, again, you don't want to play these games where it's always that fourth quarter. But in reality, that's what the playoffs are about.
That's true.
You know that in the wild card. It's always going to come down to the last minute. It's going to come down to a guy like Matthew Stafford, 12 for 15, 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter when it matters most. That's what you're talking about when you say heart. I'm a snatcher. You want that guy that just has that,
Heart snatcher.
That's a fact.
Can I say something, though? Because I love the fact that we're giving the Rams their flowers. Matthew Stafford, he obviously deserves them for the way that he's played, not only last night, but the entire season. but there's problems with this team.
Okay.
And you want to sit here and talk about, okay, well, you don't want to make this a fourth quarter ball game every time. Well, it wouldn't have to be, but the Rams were 3 for 13 on third down yesterday. They had 9 penalties for 90 yards. That's almost worth 7 points.
Of course.
100 yards of football field,
Right.
that equates to 7 points.
Right.
So
Throw in special teams.
exactly. Special teams as well. Defensively, the secondary, they give up a lot of passing plays in the deep part of the field. So as much as we want to give this team their flowers, there's still some things that they need to address. And like that moment with Puka Nacua, where you come up to your main guy and you know what he needs in that moment. Sean McVay needs to look at this team and understand we are still flawed. If we want to really get to where we want to go to, we've got to clean up the penalties. We have to clean up certain areas. Matthew Stafford, he can't miss it out up
No
to
doubt.
Devontae Adams. He can't miss Puka Nacua on
Can't
some of
throw
those
the
crossing
interception
routes.
on the
He
sideline
can't
on
throw
the
the interception.
out route.
So as great as this team is, as well as they've been playing, Matthew Stafford is obviously the catalyst of all of this. They still need to get better. And I don't want to have the same conversation that we're having with the Chicago Bears. Are they going to continue to dig holes for themselves that maybe one day they won't be able to get out of in the fourth quarter?
Listen, I agree with you 100%. But isn't that every team? Like, we're in the playoffs. Yeah. There's not one flawless squad in the postseason. So as much as we want to talk about strengths, to your point, and I'm agreeing with you, the playoffs is about masking your weaknesses before someone else can expose them, or you dig yourself in a hole so deep that you can't get out of it. And I just feel like, yeah, they know how to win, but that's what makes these guys so dangerous. If they play clean football, they don't create penalties, and Matt Stafford takes care of the rock, then these guys can take a lead, keep a lead, and extend the lead. And let me just say this last thing about Matt Stafford. Some people say, well, I mean, you got to look at the other side of it. I mean, he's really good, but he's also played with really good wide receivers. Some would say great. Two things can be true. It's not the chicken or the egg. Listen, yes, he played with Calvin Johnson. Sure, he played with Cooper Kupp. Yeah, he plays with Puka Nacua, and Devontae Adams has, 14 touchdowns?
They played with him.
So they played with him. So listen, I will forever be the biggest Calvin Johnson fan because I was the Robin to his Batman for a brief moment in my career. But the fact that Matt Stafford has played with multiple guys, and they have all looked like the best receiver in the game, says something about the wide receiver talent, but it also says a lot about the guy throwing him the ball. For a moment, we thought that Devontae Adams was cooked lightweight, like he's an older receiver. I don't know if it's the Jets or the situation, or maybe he's just a little banged up and he's playing with the squad. This might be the end of his career. He goes and plays with Matthew Stafford, 14 TDs. That's a wild number. All of a sudden, we're talking about him playing the next 5 years. So I just feel like Matt Stafford is finally getting the shine he deserves. And listen, we all get it. Sometimes you play in a market where people aren't paying attention to you, and that was Detroit for a long time. But the question is, with an MVP season, which I agree with you, AP, on that, is he going to be able to finish this out? Because the gauntlet is coming. The NFC playoff picture is loaded.
And they can all score points.
And they can all exploit those weaknesses, too.
They can. Really quickly, let's give some love to Bryce Young. Look, he did a great job
Deservedly
last
so.
night.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. They can pick up his fifth-year option. I mean, they could give him a contract. Don't know if it's going to go that way. What do you think is next for Bryce Young?
Well, I think the best move for the Carolina Panthers is to keep him on that roster because the leadership that he showed throughout adversity, through the tough seasons, through the bad record as a quarterback, he still had the same smile on his face. He still had the same unbreakable spirit that you can see. It's led to other players around him. Ted McMillan, Rico Dowdle. Guys play better around Bryce Young because they believe in the belief that he has. I think he's fully equipped to be a good passer in this league, but he's a young guy and this is a young team. We saw that in a lot of examples yesterday, whether it was special teams miscues, other situations. This is a young team. They can build around Bryce Young. He's going to continue to develop, and he's going to continue to make the guys around him better. So I think it'd be a good culture move to keep him around.
And I know, Cal, you appreciate this. They built this team from inside out, too, now, over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Two powerful guards, defense, offense are out there. They're talking about the front. And we look at it with the running game there, I think it's a no-brainer. It's not too often you get a first round or number one pick overall. You don't let those guys just walk out the door.
Facts.
You just don't let those guys walk out the door.
And you think about what's the next best option. And on top of that, this is an old school prove-it deal. You pick up the option. Now you say, Bryce, you want to be the man?
Go earn it.
Go earn it.
We
And he
appreciate
will.
your time.
And he will, yeah.
Little show about Matt, or a little sad about Matt and it being his last show.
Yeah, it's tough, man. You know, one hell of an opportunity for him. So I knew that he was going to say yes. he's a great talent on TV, but I would be selfish to say stay here and not take an opportunity of a lifetime.
Maybe after this, we'll all sneak over to your studio and be able to watch there in person. Nate, we appreciate it. Have a great show. Coming up, we turn to our quarterback for the breakdown of Jags and Bills. Tony Romo gives us a call on his way to the stadium.
Tony.
Who you guys got in this one?